Algebra half, lesson 72 says we're graphing. Just on number lines, not something too complicated, and we're graphing what's called an inequality. Remember what an equation is? It's kind of right in there. It equals something. You're going to see an equal sign in an equation, something as simple maybe as a plus 2 equals 4. Equation because of the presence of an equal sign. Now, what would an inequality be then? If I can't use an equal sign, what can I use? I might use a greater than or a less than sign. If I want to show that a plus 2, whatever it is going to be greater than 4, that means I know that this is at least what? It's at least 2.1 or 2 point anything, because as long as it's not going to come out to 4, it could be a right now. A is anything, more than 4. So 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, or if we're only using in whole numbers, we could say 3, 4, 5. So how do I show that on a number line? Of course, we always draw our origin. Okay, and then we got to maybe draw a couple numbers negative, but we won't really need those, and a couple numbers positive, at least to the numbers indicated. We can go every single whole number because we're dealing with small numbers. Now, I can graph the solution to this problem. I know that a is going to be at least 2. That means I'm not going to include, it can't be 2. I can't include 2, but I can put a circle around it showing that everything up to 2 is included. So if it's not equal to, I use an open circle. And then I can graph that to the right because it's all the numbers this way. These numbers could not satisfy that inequality, but any number on the red line could. You follow me? Now, the book probably won't even be that fancy to start with. They might say graph. And what are we graphing? How about just x is greater than 2? So everything that goes in for x needs to be able to eat 2. Okay? X is greater than 2. So we make our origin. We might put a negative on there, but we focus on positives because this is a positive number, and we show at least the number 2, maybe even a couple more, because those are the numbers indicated. Now, what do I do with this inequality? Everything greater than 2 is included. So I know my arrow is going to be going this way, greater than. This even helps us sometimes, right? I see it going this way. That means I know my arrow is going to go this way. See, it's kind of a little cheat. My line's going to go the way that the caret's pointing. Now, the decision of whether it's a closed dot or an open circle. Once again, it cannot be equal to. So I'm going to use an open circle and draw it going to the right. Okay? So something I want you to take away here is that these signs will mean open circle. These signs, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, will be closed dot. And in your math notes under lesson 72, please make this little cheat now. Open circle when it's not equal to, closed dot when it is. What if they say to graph less than or equal to, x is less than or equal to 4? Well, we look at 4 and we say, am I going left or right? I see the carets pointing left, so I know I'm going to go this way. And do I use closed dot or open circle? Looking at my cheat, I see it'll be closed dot on the 4. Draw it as neatly as one can going that way, and that's it. Pick 3, please. Practice problems. Do your best.